Trump just chose Pete Hegseth as his Secretary of Defense.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're serious?
Yes, yes.
That is unbelievable. Is
this the fall of the American empire?
So is the head of Health and Human Services going to be Keith Ablow? Remember the?
Don't give him any ideas, Jake.
He used to be the lead doctor. He was for Fox News. He was on their medical aid team, and then later it turned out he had women tied up in a basement.
I'm gonna go ahead and read their announcement verbatim, okay? So this is from Trump Vance. Statement from President Donald J. Trump. I am honored to announce that I have nominated Pete Hegseth to serve in my cabinet as the Secretary of Defense. Pete has spent his entire life as a warrior for the troops and for the country. Pete is tough, smart, and a true believer in America first. Is he? With Pete at the helm, America's enemies are on notice. Our military will be great again. There's more, but.
Okay, so Pete Hegseth is the guy who, it's one of the funniest segments when he had it. They were outside, right in New York, right outside of Fox Studios, and they decided to do an axe throwing contest in the middle of a busy New York street, and he threw it over the target and hit one of the guys that were playing in the band behind them for Fox News. Nearly murdered someone with an axe. we got an axe for him. Okay.
Sounds like a great Secretary of Defense.
But look, guys, I mean, look, I got, now because we're the first show in America, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about it.
Do you?
Okay, here's why. Look, first of all.
Because you're hoping that you as a media figure might be tapped for an.
Hold on, I'm getting to that. No, not me. Hold on. No, listen to my point. So, look, guys. Pete Hegseth, we'll look into his track record. I can't believe it. It just happened while we were live. And so my guess is we'll find out that he said things just like Marco Rubio and Mike Waltz, and who's the National Security Advisor, Secretary of State for Rubio, and Elise Stefanik, and that he is a huge advocate of Israel being able to start more wars and us paying for them. That's my guess. We'll find out, okay? My guess is he's a huge war hawk. And while pretending to be anti-war, but maybe I'm wrong, and we'll see.
Yeah, look, but we don't know.
We don't know yet. Yeah. We don't know yet, and we'll get you guys the information. Okay, that's my guess. All right, now the thing that I was going to say is, guys, here's a small piece of credit. For Democrats, they always got, okay, who's the corporate politician we should put into all of these roles? Oh, you get a lot of money from the train industry. Buttigieg, you go to Department of Transportation. Okay, you get a lot of money from the oil companies. You go to Department of Energy or whatever it might be, right? And that's how the Democrats handle it. And they get, oh, bravo, bravo. You got all the corrupt politicians and staffed your administration. Here, he's going off the board, obviously, picking Pete Hegseth, way off the board, right? Or off that target with the axe flying above it, okay? But imagine the Democrats like caring enough about their base, their media, their voters, that they go off the board. And so the equivalent, hold on, the equivalent would be if Kamala Harris won and was like, for my new Secretary of Defense, I'm picking John Iadarola, host of the Damage Report.
No, that would be great. That'd be great. So look, it'd be great because John would do anything and everything possible to not go to war, right?
Yeah, you want an anti-war Secretary of State, pick John Iadarola.
Okay, but look, I want to be fair to Hegseth. I don't know much about him, so while it's an out of left field pick, I'm reading stuff about him. He's a decorated Army combat vet. Like he's got.
I know that, and he's got a great education.
So let's pause and we'll do a full story on it. I just wanted to tell you that there's breaking news on this.
I got you, but at the same time, I've seen Pete Hegseth for the last decade or so on Fox News.
Yeah, he's a conservative.
Yeah, I know. We've covered him dozens of times.
Yes.
And he's a bit of a blockhead at a bare minimum, and that's already baked in, right? The only question is he an anti-war blockhead or a pro-war blockhead? And that's what we'll investigate, and we'll give you the facts on it tomorrow. But you see my point about, hey, at least he's willing to go off the board, and he cares about his base.
He's not some military general that the standard military generals that have never met a war that they didn't love.
Right, and the Democrats would never go outside of Washington, would never go populist, would never appease their base. So it's an ironic piece of credit to Trump.
let's hold on that.
Yeah, until we find out his record, and then we'll come back tomorrow and give you the discredit if he deserved it.
Right, all right, but for now, let's take a break.
All right, back here and reading your comments from TYT.com. Purple Orchid said, regarding Noam not having any qualifications or experience, Trump doesn't care. He has no qualifications or experience, and he never let that stop him. I know, but you know what? That's the same thing I was saying about Hegseth. All these people who have political experience don't impress me at all. So I actually viewed it as a negative, to be honest, than a positive. Somebody, Republican or Democrat, says, oh, this person spent the last 30 years in Washington. I think, oh, no, please no. Kasich says, Cenk and Anna, I honestly have lost all hope. The oligarchs and the nationalist American Taliban have all our politicians in their pockets. Our government of all branches are just puppets. I don't see their stronghold loosening anytime soon. See, that's the only part that I disagree with is the last sentence, because I do see it loosening. I see a populist movement that is beginning to challenge the orthodoxy that I've lived under my whole life in American media, and American media has done nothing but wall-to-wall propaganda, and that the wall of propaganda is breaking, and it's breaking significantly. I know a lot of you guys are not seeing it, but it's our job to see these things first. That's why we catch so much grief when we say things ahead of time. We're kind of like Bruno. We didn't make it happen. We're telling you what's going to happen. But in this case, I think I know that populism on the right can go very, very wrong. We're not letting our guard down for 1 second, okay? But I think a lot of people are missing the upsides of the populism, because I know the devil we had with the establishment, and that was never gonna get better, and that was the hopelessness that you're feeling. So let's see what happens in 2028. And the establishment Democrats lost very badly this time around. So they're as wounded as they can be. They'll regroup, they'll get another $1 billion, etc. But we're going to regroup too. Just sign the populist plank on tyt.com / actually, you can just go to the homepage, tyt.com, and let's build up our army, political army.